So this is the second in a series of videos that we're looking at using the Meniscus MCE web client to configure some sites. In this case it's the real-time electricity dashboard. So this is data from a home energy monitoring system. So the first video we looked at how to set the data up, or looked at a very quick overview of setting the data up using the client. So this is the calculations and the functionality and the way that we deliver the data structure. So this video is going to look at some of the graphing options that we've got within this client application, and then the third video will be looking at some of the widgets. So these are just relatively simple graphs. You can choose up to one on its own, or you can choose up to four altogether. So I'll show you how that works briefly. So I'll just quickly go through them. So if you just click on an option, it has a little shadow underneath it to say that it's been selected. So this is Multitrend, so I'm just going to look at comparing daily electricity use for channel 1 and my daily electricity use channel 3, and I'll look at it over the last year. So that's basically just a trend of the data. On this one we can't actually control the bottom date range. That's just the way it is. So that's just and so basically you can choose any of these items and plot them against each other, and you've got all the data there. So I'm just going to add in now a real-time graph, so you can just click on that again, and again it shows selection. It's been selected. On this one I'm just going to, this is an option you can click on these, so I'm just going to click on my electricity channel 1 and my electricity channel 3. These are real-time data sets, so you can choose it by group if you want, and group and subgroup, which was set up under here, but I'm just selecting the 2 meters I want to look at and look at it for the last 12 hours. You have to understand the difference between raw and calc. So raw is the data that's uploaded, and calc is the calculated data. So in this case, raw data should be in watts, and the calculated is in aggregated kilowatt hour data, calculated every 30 minutes. So just get that data, clicking on the button on the little magnifying glass. So that gives me my updated data, and this graph will update in real time. So it is a real-time graph, so it'll continually update. So that's the raw data. We can add in a wee little pie chart, so just click on the pie chart, and again I'm just going to choose one of my groups. I've got a reporting group, a subgroup of daily, and it'll ask you for units as well, and I'll just aggregate that over the last year as well, from last calendar year. So it's decided it's not going to quite play ball today, so let me just 6 months. Sorry, that's better. So that's basically just showing me the amount of electricity I've used on my channel 1 and the amount of electricity used on channel 3. So there's 2 meters, two meters items that have calculated that data. So this is aggregating this real-time data onto a daily basis. So just to recap, this raw data is in watts. It gets calculated into half-hour kilowatts in this same item, these electricity use channel 1, electricity use channel 3, and then from there it gets aggregated onto a daily electricity use items. So all of these items are defined in the setup. And then, so if we want to, we can add in a fourth. So I can add in, let's say, a spark line, and a spark line just allows me again to select a whole range of values. So I'm just going to look at average 3-hour moving average, baseline use, daily 1 electricity use, daily 3. There's nothing showing in daily 2 electricity use, and we'll just have day use as well. And we'll look at that for the last 30 days, graph that data, and those are wee little sparkline graphs, which just give you an idea of what the data trends look like. So basically that's how you use the analytics, and you can have 4 graphs at any one time, and if you want to close one, you just close it and everything will resize accordingly. So that's that's I think about enough for this particular video. So that really hopefully just gives you a very quick whistle-stop tour on how to use some of the analytics graphs in the web